Hello, and one last use of the envelope clock. So you'll have to forgive if you can hear air conditioning coming through this recording. It's 90 degrees today, so my choice is die of heat or have air conditioning in my microphone. So hopefully this won't distract too much. So one last thing. Oh boy, we're gonna have fun. So the trigger out, which is here on the, if you have the Korg or the original version. If you have the Behringer version, it's like way over here somewhere where the speaker is. On this model, you're looking for the trigger out. I know on the Behringer version, this is actually trigger in, which is not what we want. So what we're going to be doing is using the trigger output as the clock. So this is a way to have an irregular clock because the keyboard is actually sending the trigger. So when I play a key, it sends a clock pulse. So I've got all this stuff hooked up here. It doesn't really matter what you have hooked up. I have a Buchla ESO command. I have a Moog DFAM. I have 2 sequencers running Eurorack gear. The point is that what you can do is, if you're a real keyboard player, you can play along and have a bunch of stuff following your keystrokes, which is really cool. I'm not the best keyboard player, but I think this will give you an idea. So all I do is I push a key and things happen. So that was just playing the keyboard, and all this stuff is happening. You know, you hear the drums in there from the DFAM. Let me see if I can isolate some of this just for your edification. So if I turn this down, should just hear the drums. So you see, I'm just pushing a key over and over again, and it's driving the clock. So if we add to that the Buchla. Oh, you know what? The Buchla is going through here. 1 second. Let me turn this down. Okay, here's Buchla with the DFAM. Okay, so I've got just a sequence running here. The beauty of this too is I can turn down the volume on the ARP, and I just have a clock. So that's something to consider too, is like you can just use this as sort of like almost a tap tempo type of idea where you're pushing other stuff in a very manual way. And then here's like the rest of the Eurorack stuff, which includes delays and reverbs and a ton of other stuff happening.